In case you didn't know, it is the worst time in the history of forever to build a computer, because memory prices are stupid right now, and there's a silicon shortage which is going to raise prices slightly, but still prices are going up. And of course we have these disgusting, horrible, despicable people that are hoarding graphics cards. In all seriousness though, if you're looking to build a gaming computer, I know times are tough and it hurts. Believe me, I feel ya. So is the answer, instead of building custom and paying extra, to go for a pre-built computer? It could be, except there's that one annoying guy, Gamer Gary or whoever, who's going to be at that LAN party, and if your machine's not hardline water cooled, he's going to make fun of you. So what about a gaming laptop? Well, you have worse out-of-the-box thermals, you have lower clock speeds, you have a worse keyboard. If you want to play at your desk, chances are you'll want a monitor with G-Sync, so that's something else you have to buy, as well as a mouse. You have less I/O, and you only have one mechanical hard drive, which may not be enough for your Steam library. But on the other hand, laptops are portable, and you can take them with you gaming in more places than you would have before. A gaming laptop would also have a battery, and if you wanted to stream, it has a built-in webcam, which varies from laptop to laptop in quality. And if you wanted to watch Netflix in bed or on the couch, you could take a laptop with you to do that. But laptops are expensive. At least they used to be, because this laptop was $300 cheaper than building the equivalent desktop. So while you may be suffering 10% less FPS from thermals and clock speeds, you are getting 20% more playtime because you can play in more places. And you also have $300 more in your wallet, which is good too, I guess. On screen, I'm going to show you the specs of what an equivalent desktop and this laptop would be, along with their prices. And to even give the desktop the best possible pricing scenario, I will be using local microcenter pricing with no sales tax. So it doesn't get any better than this. Starting out with the processor, 7th generation Intel i7-7700HQ for the laptop, which for the desktop we'll call a 7700K with a stock cooler. They're both as loud, and they'll probably hit similar clock speeds. 16 gigs of DDR4 memory at 2400 MHz, and a motherboard with Wi-Fi built in for the Intel desktop side to match with this laptop here. In terms of storage, we also have a 960 EVO 250 gig, along with a 1 terabyte mechanical hard drive. In terms of a screen, we have a 17-inch, which I'll call a 21.5 inch for the desktop, 60Hz 1080p G-Sync display. For the desktop, I'm just going to pick the cheapest RGB keyboard I can find, or at least one of them, and since you would probably buy a mouse for either one of these, I'm not going to include that in the prices for either. For the desktop, I'm just going to give it a really cheap $30 case, and we'll just assume that the monitor has speakers in it that are of a somewhat comparable audio quality to this. And because this battery can get you probably 15 to 30 minutes of gaming, we're going to give the backup power supply to the desktop a similar level of playtime as well. So really then, the gaming laptop is the better deal, which is really weird because that used to be the exact opposite less than a year ago. To see how bad the thermals are on this laptop, let's go do some benches. Not that kind of bench. So the gaming performance is indeed decent on this laptop, and if thermals are too nightmarish, you can always pick up for 20 bucks some giant fan that sits on the bottom of your laptop and holds it on your lap so your lap stays cool. A couple other fringe benefits that come with having a laptop instead of a desktop are that in the summer, the laptop, while it may be hot to the touch, is heating up the room a lot less than a desktop would, because it's using less power. But the absolute best thing this laptop does is I can take it with me along with 4 Xbox controllers in my backpack, and I have 4-player multiplayer with me wherever I go. I'll be resuming my 2-player Tuesday series in future and potentially doing a 4-player Friday, assuming I can make 2 more friends. But the point is that my favorite era of gaming was back in the early thousands when you would take your GameCube disc or even a Wii disc later on over to a friend's house and you would all play that game together in the same room on the same screen. And with a gaming laptop, you can take it around and actually do that. So if you're willing to sacrifice saving $300 and 10% frames per second for 20% more playtime and bringing multiplayer with you, then I think it's a no-brainer and a gaming laptop is the way to go.